Now let's look into the classification of hydrocarbon. Classification of hydrocarbons. In this, the hydrocarbons are divided into open chain and closed chain hydrocarbons. Now before that, one thing I would like to mention here is that hydrocarbon means these are the organic compounds which contain carbon and hydrogen. In simple words, compounds which are made up of hydrogen and carbon are called as hydrocarbons. Now, hydrocarbons, as I told you, are of two types, open chain and closed chain hydrocarbons. Open chain hydrocarbons are also called as acyclic or aliphatic hydrocarbons. Similarly, closed chain hydrocarbons are called as cyclic hydrocarbons or arenes. Now, in open chain hydrocarbons, we have two types. That is, open chain hydrocarbons are again divided into saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons. Okay, now let us see the difference between saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons in which the tetravalency of each carbon atom is satisfied by only single bonds are called as saturated hydrocarbons. That means tetravalency means that carbon has got 4 bonds, that is it can form 4 covalent bonds with other atoms. So the bonds that are existing between carbon and other atoms will always be single bond. These are shown by the saturated hydrocarbons. Whereas in unsaturated hydrocarbons, these type of compounds will contain at least one double bond or one triple bond between the carbon atoms. That is, when the carbon atoms are linked together with each other, either there will be one double bond or there can be three bonds, that is triple bond between the two carbon atoms. These are called as unsaturated hydrocarbons. Now let us look at saturated hydrocarbons in detail. Saturated hydrocarbons, as I told you, they are attached to the other molecules or other atoms by means of single bond. They are called as alkanes, and all the family members of alkanes are represented by the formula CnH2n plus 2. This is the this is the general formula for the members of the alkane family, where small n represents the number of carbon atom. For example, if I say that small n is 6, that is the number of carbon atom is 6, then the number of hydrogen atom can be determined using the formula CnH2n plus 2, that is 2 into 6, that is in place of n I have substituted 6 here plus 2, so I will get the formula of this alkane as C6H14. If 6 carbon atoms are present, this compound can be called as hexane. Okay, because you know that 6 starts from hex and ane. Why? Because alkane group is present here, that is why I have added ane here. So it is, this compound is called as hexane. Now coming to the unsaturated hydrocarbon, unsaturated hydrocarbons are of two types, alkenes and alkynes. In this you will find, in alkenes and alkynes, you find that alkenes are represented by general formula CnH2n and alkynes are represented by general formula CnH2n minus 2. So in alkenes, if you know the number of carbon atoms, you can easily calculate the number of hydrogen atoms also. Now how can you draw the structure of alkenes? Always remember, alkenes have got double bond between the carbon atom, and alkynes have triple bond between the carbon atom. So since alkene has got double bond between carbon atom, and here I am having 3 carbon atom. So how I can draw the structure of this particular organic compound is, first I will draw 3 carbon atoms, because from this formula it is clear I am having 3 carbon atoms. Now, if I know the formula of alkene, I came to know that there are 6 hydrogen atoms. So, I have to adjust 6 hydrogen atoms here. And since it is an alkene, a double bond will be, at least one double bond will be present between 2 carbon atoms. Okay. So, your question will be why I have added double bond here. I can add double bond here also, no issues. Okay, but I cannot add a double bond here because double bond exists between 2 carbon atoms only. Now, every carbon can form 4 covalent bond. That is the tetravalent nature of carbon. So here you can see carbon has formed how many bonds? 1, 2 and 3 bonds only. So one more bond it can form with hydrogen. So now this carbon's 4 valencies are satisfied. Coming to this first carbon, one valency is satisfied by this carbon. What about the remaining 3? I can add hydrogen here. So the remaining 3 valency will be satisfied. Coming to this carbon, 2 valencies are satisfied here. Okay. Now how much I have to show? I have to show only 2 more valency. That is H and H. Now I will count the number of hydrogen atom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 carbon atom, that is C3, 3 carbon atom and 6 hydrogen atom. Now let me check here, it is correct or not? Yes, this is correct. C3H6, which we have determined from this formula. Same we can do it for alkynes also. Alkynes are organic compounds which have at least one triple bond between the 2 carbon atoms. They have got the general formula CnH2n minus 2, and if you know the value of N, you can easily calculate the value of hydrogen also. And in the similar manner, you have to satisfy the bonds. That is, if you have to draw the structure of C2H2, C2 means 2 carbon atom I am having. Since it is an alkyne, I know there is a 3 bond that is going to exist between the carbon atom. Now one position is vacant because 4 valencies we have to satisfy. So one hydrogen you can attach. This will be the structure, that is CH triple bond CH. This will be the alkyne.